Hey yo guys, what's good, what's happening, and what's going on? What are we doing today? Looks like we're still doing winter, boys. Looks like we're still doing winter. Frig sakes, every day I gotta brush off my truck. So annoying. Last night when we were coming back from martial arts, it was raining, it was snowing, but on impact it was melting. Not a big deal, right? I call that snaining, because it's snow raining. Snaining. Sounds disgusting if you ask me. Probably didn't ask me though, so whatever, I'm telling you anyway. I've been using this program. People were wondering how I do my YouTube shorts. It's called Spikes. It costed me like $100 for the year. And what it does is it takes your YouTube videos and uses AI. Not really AI. It basically uses the analytics to see what part of the video were viewed the most. And then it makes shorts out of those parts of the video. And then you can refine them later on and go from there. So I've been using that program to create shorts for the channel. I kind of went off the shorts wagon for a bit and then I started uploading again because why not? It's amazing how shorts get more views than videos, but honestly, I think ever since the launch of TikTok, people's attention span has just diminished. Okay, do I need anything from here? No. Oh yeah, and just so you know, this is the gaming setup right now, right? I got this monitor here, and that monitor there. Now, I got a bag of garbage in my hands, but I do believe right down there, that's the stand for this monitor here. I don't know where the stand for this monitor went. This is the gaming monitor that at my old one. I believe it's that's a 22 inch over there. I believe this is also a 22 inch. It could be 24, I don't know. What I'm thinking is I'm gonna move this monitor over here because I don't know where the stand for that one went. That monitor there, I want to attach my mini PC to it and maybe put it over here with the mini PC because the mini PC runs the Rust server that I use for making my thumbnails. It'd be nice to have it in here on the same subnet as the gaming PC for making thumbnails. And I want to VESA mount it to the back of the monitor. Now this monitor here is, seriously washed out. And yeah, that's where we sit now. So let me grab my bag of garbage. This computer should power itself off, but it's probably not going to. So I'm just going to Windows lock it. And then tonight, when I get back, I can cut up those things. Yeah, the program I use, I think I told you, it's called Spikes. It's a website, and then you just copy pasta links from your YouTube channel. You can do it with any video. You can make shorts of other people's videos too, which is kind of illegal. However, YouTube's analytics will come back and copyright claim them if you do. For shits and giggles, I tried it against some other content creators' videos just to see what would happen, and lo and behold, I got not a copyright strike, but this video belongs to somebody else and they monetize it on their AdSense. So that's how that works. But yeah, you can literally make shorts of any videos. You don't even need to have them uploaded to YouTube. You can just drag and drop them right from your computer to cat's taking a shit. I gotta clean her litter box out tonight because it's garbage day tomorrow. Gonna fire up the truck and let it heat up a bit because like I said last night, it was snow raining when I came back and the windscreen was wet, which means I'm probably gonna have to scrape it. Today is the last day that I gotta go to the office for the rest of the week, so that's friggin' nice. And then tomorrow I work from home, Friday I work from home, Saturday we're just home, Sunday we're home, and like I said, Saturday we're gonna tackle that door. We're gonna see if we can fix it. Might have to go to Canadian Tire and get some carpenter's glue or something. I don't know. Get some sort of an adhesive to hold it together. And I mentioned I do have two really large clamps in the garage that are about 1 meter long that I can use to hold the top and bottom so that it holds its strength while the glue sets. So we should be good there. We should be. I forgot my headphones. I'm like, there's something I'm missing right now. And it's my my shocks, my bone conductors. I like to wear those. I figure if Frank can have his friggin' evil asshole chihuahua at work as an emotional support chihuahua, I should be able to wear headphones and listen to music as emotional support music. And that's what I told my boss. She's like, why do you always wear those? I'm like, well, I got music playing. Isn't that a distraction while you work? I'm like, no, if anything, it helps. I'm like, usually at home, I always have background noise when I work from home. She's like, well, like what? So I don't know, YouTube video playing or music on the Google Hockey Puck. Speaking of which, yeah, man, like, when I work from home, there's always something. I'll put a movie on Netflix. I'm not really paying attention to it. It's just background noise, right? And it's usually a movie I already watched, so I'm not interested in it. Or I'll just play YouTube videos, and I'm not really watching. It's just background noise. Alright, yeah, I don't even know what time it is, but I'm just going to assume it's time to get ready and get out of here. I got to clean off that truck regardless, so, and I got to drop this garbage off in the garage. It's not cold out today though, at least. Probably because it's not windy. Yesterday it was so freaking brutal windy. Get out of my truck at work when you're walking over and it's like, Holy, just getting freaking straight slammed with wind. Man, it wasn't that long ago I dropped a video showing backyard was all cleaned up and stuff. And I was talking about all the bramble back over there in the corner just outside of the shed, about taking the friggin' machete to it or something. And now look, for frig's sakes. I locked this door, right? Like I said, we almost got broken into. Don't need anybody breaking in. The house don't look like much, but I do like the stuff on the inside. I've kind of grown attached to it. It makes me happy. And I don't want it belonging to somebody else because of a stupid mistake I made. All right, I'm gonna get the truck cleaned off and I'll talk to you guys in a bit. I noticed on yesterday's video that the camera was a little cockeyed. It was aiming like over here instead of over here. Oh, you can just manually grab that and turn it? I didn't know that. Anyway, it's time to head off to work. I gotta get some gas for this thing on the weekend. I'm at a quarter of a tank. Let's see if we can get out of the driveway. Anything coming? We're clear, we're clear, we're clear, we're clear. Get the frig out of here. Of course we can get out of the driveway. Driveway just looks like shite. It's actually not too bad. I refuse to break out the snowblower and clear it. Because I know the moment I do, the next day it's going to be all nice. And then I'll have my driveway back. It's going to melt. I don't see any point in wasting my time and effort and clearing it. Like, people were out there earlier with their snow blowers blasting their driveways and stuff the moment this new snow showed up. Oh wow, should have snapped my wiper. It's like it goes up and it cleans the window and then it comes back down and it just smears it. But yeah, I can't see anything out of it. I can, but how much gas does the truck think I have left? I noticed crazy British bloke, he drives around with the distance to empty on his all the time, where it says how many kilometers you have left till you need to fuel up. I always drive with mine on the speedometer. I'm just so used to the digital speedometer that I kind of like having it there. I don't really care about that kilometers to empty because that varies so much depending on your driving habits. Like, if you're putting the foot to the floor on every launch and you're driving aggressively, your kilometers to empty will be like really, really, really low even when you fill. Where if you drive conservatively, you know, in a truck you don't need to stomp on the pedal to get moving. You can just feather the damn thing and it's more than enough. I can get about 1,000 kilometers per tank. But then again, my tank is 136 liters. I have no idea what that is in gallons. Divided by 4, it's like 40 gallons, 45 gallons, I guess. Maybe 50 gallons. I don't know. I really don't care. Well, divided by 3.78, sorry, because that's the conversion of liters to gallons. But no, it's 160. It says 164 liters to empty. I got about a quarter of a tank left. I probably won't fill up today. I'll probably be on my way home from martial arts tomorrow night. I'll swing by the gas station and throw some low-grade fuel into it. I've been playing so much Rust, I'm calling it low-grade now, for crying out loud. Now, I played some Rust today. It was a pretty good time. A new base popped up, and I thought it was a farming base, so I decided to raid it. Managed to acquire some C4 and satchels, so I went and worked my way into that base, and turns out it was a fishing base. Buddy was fishing for scrap, and I'm like, why would you bother? Like, you're on a 3X server, bud. Just go and smash some barrels and recycle. You can get tons of scrap that way. That's all I've been doing. Subaru Outback. So yeah, friggin' apparently people have been vandalizing other people's property here in Canada. Mainly one product, Tesla. They've been going into people's driveways and like wrecking their cars. What the hell? It's one thing to go to the dealership and trash a car that isn't sold. It's still illegal and you'll probably go to jail for it because you're wrecking not your property. But it's another thing to go onto somebody else's property and destroy a product that they're still making payments on because you don't follow, or you're mad at Elon. Holy, the nerve of some people. I don't get it. I really, really, really don't get it. Like, I honestly, like, and in Canada, we got this rule of you're not allowed to defend your property. This is the reason why you pay insurance. If somebody breaks into your house, let them take whatever they want. This is why you pay insurance. Call the cops, they'll do nothing because they're way too worked. Like, they're so freaking busy, they don't have the time to come. You call them for like a home invasion, because that happened to my cousin. Somebody broke into his house, they got into a bit of a squirm. My cousin punched him in the face a couple times, but he left. He wasn't armed or anything, luckily. But he came into the house, scared the shit out of the family. My cousin punched him in the face a couple times and Buddy just bounced. And then that was that. But when he called the cops, it took him like an hour and a half to get there to write up a report. Maybe if he said he's still on prem, they would have hurried up. But no, it's like you call the cops with like somebody's in my driveway and they're scratching up my truck. All right, just sit calm. We'll have a cop there in about 3 hours. Like, it's so much easier just to go outside with a bat and beat the shit out of them. But we already know a guy who did that down south, and he got charged with assault. And of course, everybody was like, I can't believe you hit a girl with a bat. Well, if you have a hoodie on and you can't tell, because hoodies are baggy, you can't even tell the body frame in that point. You don't know what you're beating with the bat. And all of a sudden the hoodie comes off and you realize it's a chick and you're like, oh man, I just beat up a girl because she was trying to steal my truck. But no, it's like, I know in the US, some states, like, you have the right that somebody's trespassing on your property with intent to do ill will. You can just pull a piece out and put a plug in his head, or in their head, I should say. It doesn't matter, gender notwithstanding. You can just plug them. In Canada, for self-defense, you have to use equal or lesser power. So if they just break into your house unarmed, you can't grab a bat and start beating on them, because now you're charged with aggravated assault. Yeah, it's so dumb. And you don't know, they could be packing a knife in their pocket. So what, you bring the baseball bat downstairs, realize they're unarmed, throw the baseball bat down, and then put the dukes up? Like, come on, pull up. You break into my house, you've automatically violated my rights. I should have full permission, if I am there and alert, to do whatever the frig I need to do to defend my property. That's the way it needs to be. And I'm hoping after this election, conservatives get in, they fix that, because we got a broken system and it's super, super, super dumb. Hey, do I want a Tim Hortons? Just kidding. Their coffee's gross now. Not a fan. Anyway, guys, I'm almost at work. A couple more street lights and I'm there. So I will talk to you guys later. Peace the frig out. Man, it's so funny how the weather can go from one extreme right to another. Like, look at it out right now. Like 0 degrees Celsius, blue skies, sunny roads. Holy crap, that was a Dodge Caliber still on the road. Interesting. Anyway, last day in the office. Tomorrow we work from home, so I don't care what season we do tomorrow. I don't got to leave until martial arts at 5:30. Yeah, 5:30. Well, I leave at 5:30. I'm home at 7:30. A 1 hour class that's 2 hours long because of location. But it's all right. Tomorrow's kicking and punching and headlocking and freaking locks and cranks. I don't want no skanks, just locks and cranks. That's my new song. You like it? Made it up by myself. So yeah, tonight, I don't know what I'm going to be up to. I don't know. I have no idea. I have no plans tonight. I got a lot of frick video editing to do. Now I got 2 Rust videos to edit, plus this vlog. I'm making more work for myself. I don't mind though. I like the video editing process. I was debating on trying different things with the Rust content, because just doing playthroughs like, hey guys, we're back on the beach, let's go build a base, let's go do that. I was thinking about doing like kind of like what the Gaming Lemon used to do. I don't even know if that guy's still around. He was producing some pretty funny content, and then he just kind of disappeared, and then he came back, put out like 3 videos in order. I'm going to start uploading 1 video a week, and he did it for 3 weeks, and then he just kind of like stopped. And his videos it's not like they were getting bad views either. He was getting his like million views a video. He just kind of just quit. I'm just like, well, I guess he wasn't enjoying it. But no, it's funny how that happens. Like, there's a lot of content creators that I watch. Hell, I was one of them, but I wasn't really getting that many good views. So there was a time I took a hiatus and then came back, and then took a hiatus and then came back. And I get content creators burnout. I get that 100%, because it happens to the best of us and it happens to the worst of us. And you know, when you do something long enough, you start losing interest in it. When it becomes like something that you feel forced to do, you start losing interest in it. You know, like going to work. After a while, you start losing interest in going to work, but then you get paid, and then you're like, oh yeah, that's why I do this. Which is probably the same thing with a lot of YouTube and streamers. Like, but honestly, with YouTube, for me, what I like is, like, I don't hang out with a lot of people. I hang out with Bloke, but like, he's 5 hours and 15 minutes away. And in the winter, I refuse to make that drive because it's sketch. And the only time I can really hang out with them is in like the spring, summer. Well, like real spring, not this friggin' sprinter we're in right now. I can't really just go hang out with them. Don't really hang out with Rex too much. I bump into him from time to time. We're still friends. It's just, you know, all winter he went snowmobiling, and I don't own a snowmobile, so kind of pointless to go snowmobiling if you don't own one, right? And I'm not about to buy a sled because, holy, no thanks. Hey, carbon tax Carney, I thought you got rid of the consumer side carbon tax, eh, bud? Friggin' gas went from $1.48 to $1.66, bud. Explain that one. Before you explain it, scratch your neck and rub your face. Guys ever notice that with that goof when he goes on friggin' TV? Every time he's gonna lie to you or tell you some bullshit story. Carbon tax Carney will scratch his neck and then rub his finger across his mouth and then spew some of the most incoherent bullshit you ever did freaking have abuse your ears. Like, every freaking time. They say everybody has a tell. And that guy, like, literally every time he's about to talk and just lie. And then, of course, the reporter asks him the question and says, well, are you going to answer this question? And then he gets abusive. Like, he gets all demeaning and acting all like, I'm an elitist. You should not question my methods, blah, blah, blah. Well, you know, we got to question your methods. That's what politics is, goofball. Like, either play the game or get the frig off the ice. Like, figure it out. But, yeah. Nah. But no, like, literally, guys. For me, with YouTube, I like the comments because it's like I'm having a discussion. It's why I like doing the live streams, which I haven't done in a long freaking time. But it's why I like doing the live streams, because then I get to interact with you guys, like, directly. And it's why I've been trying to figure out how the frig Fillion does her live streams with VR, because it'd be kind of fun to do something like that for a live stream where I can be in VR and, like, just chat with you guys. I guess I could, you know, go out and buy a webcam that isn't scuffed and hook it up and do, like, a floating head friggin' live stream. But and in the winter, if I went ice fishing, I was going to do a fishing live. I could even do that in the summer now, because I got a sick data plan on my phone that as long as the cell service is good, I could theoretically live stream YouTube from my phone while fishing and show you guys, like we could be out there casting away and stuff live on YouTube. I think that would be pretty friggin' sweet. I wouldn't be able to read the comments as effectively because I'd be streaming from my phone and the comments would be on my phone and be constantly running back to my phone. I got an idea. You can live stream from the GoPro to the phone. So in theory, you know, ducks walk in a row, so does a family of 28. Jesus, Murphy. Theoretically, I could stream from the GoPro to the phone over YouTube, but the phone would be on comments mode. My phone would be on comments mode, so I'd still be able to read the comments. I don't know, I might have to play with that. That sounds like a good idea. And that way there, I can still chat with you guys while fishing. That might work. Also, side note, guys, I haven't gone pee today since, like, I left this morning. And right now, I have to pee really freaking bad. I just gotta grab my laptop and my chug jug here. I use this thing at work. I fill it with hydration stuff I have here, and then I drink that throughout the day to stay hydrated. You can drink just water, but there isn't as many minerals and stuff in just water to get optimal hydration. So the stuff that I drink has a lot more sodium and potassium in it, so it jacks your electrolytes up. Good times. Holy. Cat's just screaming at me. Bro, I don't have time for pets. I gotta piss. Frig sakes. Poor Scampers must have been friggin' starving. Destroyed. I gave her some food this morning when I first got up, and she actually cleared the bowl. I don't see any puke anywhere, so that's pretty cool. She's actually digesting it and turning it into poo. Good on her. I'm so happy. Just pushed 34 shorts to the friggin' YouTube channel. Edited up yesterday's freaking Rust video. I gotta edit up today's still. Oh man, it's weird. It's like 6:48 and it's still sunny outside. I love this. I love this. I really gotta clean my window though. I gotta buy some Windex. I don't have any Windex. I brought it in the garage to clean the window on the friggin' Firebird, and then I left it in the garage, and now it's a Windex sickle. I need some motherfucking food. I'm hungry. I haven't eaten anything all day. I literally got home and I was partially edited on the Rust video, and I'm like, oh, I better get that done. And then I carried on with it and got it done. It's done rendering. I gotta upload it. I don't know what the frig I want to eat though. I'm all over the place right now. I just want some food. Or do I? Could do a 36-hour fast, but I don't feel like it. I feel like eating. Gotta bring that bag with me tomorrow night. Coach is like, make sure you bring your shinnies for Thursday. What do we got in here? Ground chicken, chicken, ground beef. What are you? Ground beef. You know what? I'm just gonna cook up a pound of ground beef and drive it in my face hole. Now I could set up my monitor tonight, but I figure I'll do that tomorrow. I gotta do some work on the computer desk. You know what? Okay, I never told anybody about this yet. Okay, the mic I'm using is a Yeti mic, all right? They're not exactly, back in the day, they were like, if you're a streamer, if you're a content creator, you have a Yeti mic. Everybody had the Blue Yeti. It was like the best mic on the planet. If you had anything else, you know, there was nothing else really out there at the time. Like there was none of these USB sound cards with XLR input where you could hook up a studio mic. Like everybody has that now, right? They all have the USB sound card with the SMB70 freaking $500 condenser mic or whatever it is, carboid mic, or I don't know. I'm not into that. All I know is they all have the Shure SMB70. Every single one of these sit at a desk and talk about stuff, videos I watch. Like right now I'm watching a lot of like Mr. Sunshine Baby and a lot of these podcasts about the elections coming up, and you know, they're talking about, I get it from both sides. I get the liberal stuff and the conservative stuff, and I can't help it because I like to see both sides of the fence. I already know who I'm voting for. I'm obviously voting conservative because let me tell you what, Mark Carney's zero emissions net zero policy and Donald Trump's tariffs on metals and oil, those two things combined equals Canada is broke. We no longer have a way to produce anything to make money. The reason why we sell so much stuff to the US, like in aluminum and all that, is because, yeah, your population is 10 times bigger than us. Therefore, you guys have more demand for it. You guys also don't have the ability to produce that demand domestically because you don't have the shop set up. It would take a while for you guys to make a bunch of like smelting operations to keep up with the demand of your mineral needs and your oil needs and all that. So it's just cheaper, more financially responsible to have them imported in. And Canada, we have way more than we need because we have nothing up here that we can use to really utilize. Like we can harvest the metal, we can put it into a workable form like sheets and all that, but we don't have fabrication up here yet, apparently. Last time I was in London, bloke took me through the new industrial section in London. And that entire section, guys, is the footprint of North Bay in general. They're doing some major work on the south side of London, and it's going to be an entire industrial freaking city of like factories and refineries and smelteries, if that's even a word. All sorts of shit going in there. It's going to be fabrication land. It's going to be where people are going to start going to for jobs in the trades. Welders, and for Ontario anyway. That's if Carney doesn't get in. Carney gets in with net zero, that entire project might get kiboshed, which would be really bad because it would do London really good and would put it on par with Toronto as far as population. Like right now, Toronto's what, 4.4 million? London, I don't even know what the population of London is. Maybe Google does. The population of London, Ontario.
In 2022, the population of London was 448,051.
Oh, it's 400. Okay. I know in the fall, like when the schools kick in, the population surges over like 1.5 million with all the different schooling and all that shit. And like it's crazy. But it's going to create such a population growth in London with all the new opportunities for jobs. Like they're putting up a whole new area with condos and high rises and stuff, and like tons of new housing in London going in. So they're expecting this industrial section to bring in a whole bunch of people looking for work in that area, and they're expecting houses to be moved. Like it's crazy. But yeah, I don't even know what the hell I was talking about prior to this. This is my problem, right? I think I have ADHD or something because I just kind of like trail off on a topic and then I forget what I was talking about. For frig's sakes. Oh yeah, I was talking about microphones. See, holy crap, why do people watch me? Nowadays, you see a lot of people with like pretty good mics on their desks, but if you go back to YouTube circa 2009, 2010, anybody who's doing a podcast was either wearing a set of earmuffs, like gamer headphones with the mic coming off of it, or had a Yeti. Yetis are garbage to today's standards. They're such a hot mic. Like literally, scampers can be outside the door meowing and you'll pick her up on the microphone. If I turn off the noise gates, like I got OBS set up right now with noise gates and all of the different microphone shit to prevent that from happening. So like if I have the fan going in the background, it's an older window fan. I think I've actually had that fan when I lived with my parents back in 2005. That fan, you would hear it nonstop on the video recording. But I have the noise gate set up to only start, the microphone only kicks up when I hit a certain peak on the dB meter. That's how a noise gate works, in case you didn't know. You probably knew. I'm just playing cautious. So I do have that one mic at my editing station, which is hooked up to a USB sound card. It's a Samson. I don't even know what the frig it is. I mentioned to my buddy Craig that I'm like, I got a Yeti mic, and he's like, yeah, those and he told me they were hot. This was back in like 2015. He's like, yeah, those are hot mics. He goes, it probably works fine for what you do. And I'm like, oh yeah, it works great. I said, I just can't have it sitting on my desk, because when I had it sitting on the desk, and in the earlier days of Skaven games, every time I hit the keyboard, the mic would go boom, 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 because the bass would pick up the keyboard hitting, like you tapping the keyboard and stuff. So I bought that arm, suspended it in the air. That solved that problem. Kind of, sort of, not really. The mic is still hot as hell. So I got that Samson mic at my editing station. I use it for voiceovers on videos when I need to put a voiceover in. I used to use that setup, or a setup like that with a mic. No, actually I used to use the Yeti for doing my Felix videos when I would talk to the cat. I used to use just a friggin' Yeti, and I think I had the Yeti Snowball. I bought a lot of mics over the years. I got the Yeti. I got a Samson Meteor mic, just a tiny little thing. I actually, you know what, while this cooks, I gotta flip it there and make sure it cooks all the way through. The one time I did this where I just grabbed a loaf of ground beef, threw it in the friggin' air fryer, I didn't flip it, and the inside was raw, and it's probably safe to eat raw beef. I can't see why it would kill you and make you die. So this is the microphone here that I use on the editing rig, and it's hooked up to this dusty thing right here through an XLR. Right now, you pretty much got to deep throat it to make it work. I was talking to my buddy at work about this, because he runs a recording studio. That's his like side hustle, is he does a recording studio. And he told me, he's like, you need, what do you call it, a wave driver or something like that? Basically, it sits between the XLR cable on the mixer and the microphone, and it provides proper phantom 40 volt power. Right now it's doing a fake phantom. It's getting 5 volts, 5 volts at 2 amps through the USB port. There's no way it's generating enough amperage, 40 volts, properly generate a good signal off that mic. So he told me, he's like, yeah, if you get a wave driver, it'll make that microphone sound better. Because I showed him a picture of it, and he goes, yeah, unless you have a good mixer board, and I don't. That's like $59.99 on freaking Amazon. And it's what? Is that, what make is that? Is that like, it's a Behringer. It's a Behringer. Sounds like a good name. But he told me, he's like, I gotta find out if it's called a wave driver. I can't remember what the hell he called it now. But they're fairly inexpensive, because they only serve one purpose, and that's to sit between your mic and your mixer to generate a proper 40 volt when you have a shitty setup. So, and the problem with the USB microphones is they're hot. Now, this is the Samsonite that I bought back in the day. She's kind of old, she's kind of crunchy, but it's one of these jobbies. It's got little legs that fold out so you can sit it on your desk, and it's omnidirectional. It's got a spot in the bottom here so you can hook it up to an arm mount. Pretty much how I got this thing set up. I've been tempted to try this on stream. It's got a mute button on the front so you can mute the mic. And it's got a volume control, because on the back, it's got a mini USB and a headphone jack. So you can use this with audio pass-through as well. Sorry guys, you ever get that salty throat feeling? And then you lose your voice for a quick second, and you gotta like hack up your lung and make it stop? Yeah, I just had that. Awesome, right? Been tempted to try that mic out and see how it does, but I'm also tempted to move this Samson mic over to the editing, or to the gaming station, and start using a professional mic for doing, because I don't do voiceovers very often on the editing PC, and if I do, I could just use any mic. I could easily just hook up the Samson and go from there, or Bluetooth sync one of these jobbies and go from there, and it would work just fine. Or I could do like the stream I'm watching right now, the Fillion stream on Twitch TV. What she does for VR is she uses one of these. That's what she does. She just uses one of these DJI transmitters, docks it to the computer, and that way there she can do her backflips and shit and not have to worry about the microphone on a headset. So that works out perfectly. I could try that. But I got to do something because I'm having an issue with the streams of balancing the in-game audio. Now, mind you, the thing with Rust is, and it's the reason why if you ever watch someone play Rust when they have a webcam going, you get scared in Rust because it's all quiet, and then you hear a gun go off and it's the loudest noise that goes off in your ear. And a lot of us play with the volume on max. So you can hear the footsteps. You can tell like, oh shit, somebody's coming. You can hear the footsteps and you can tell, okay, the thing about Rust is depending on what you're wearing on your feet, the footsteps sound different. If you're wearing barefoot, if you're wearing boots, if you're wearing shoes, if you're wearing a hazmat. So it makes a huge difference. So a lot of people have their audio pinned. So it's really hard to balance the audio. So what I was thinking about doing was getting a little bit crazy. And this obviously means more editing on my part, is recording the voices separately onto a different audio track and then importing the voice in on a different track into Vegas when I edit. And that way there I can control the microphone input separately from the actual video game. It'd be nice if OBS had that, but I don't think it does. It might. I should look into that. So it turns out you can multi-track record on OBS. I was not aware. See, I come, like when I did a lot of the recordings back in the days, guys, a lot of that was just straight up recorded from the stream, and then I edited up the videos for Skaven Games from the stream VOD. Prior to that, I was using a program called Action Recorder. I paid $25 for a lifetime license. 2 years after having the license, the company went belly up, and so did my lifetime license option. So yeah, I can get it to work, or sorry, OBS can do it, but I'm having an issue getting it working. Mainly because it wants to record in a format called MKV, and Vegas doesn't like MKV format. I can either do it the legacy way, where I use a recorder on the microphone to record the mic input, and I only have OBS record the desktop audio, do a clap sync, and just be all ghetto like that. It'd be really nice if it just included it all in the same file, and then I could just... Why did that light turn on? Those are my footprints going to the garage, so... I don't see anything out there. And again, I did buy those lights in 2018. They're friggin' 7 years old, so chances are they're probably done or need to be replaced. Yeah, so it can be done. I got to figure around with it though. There's a lot of weird settings in OBS that I need to figure around with so I can fix it. But it'd be cool because then I could probably get my video quality up a bit more, because I've been noticing like my voice isn't loud in some cases, and then my voice is loud in some cases, and then I'm talking quietly and gunshots go off and you can't freaking hear me. So I got some more work to do on that. I got a lot of stuff to do, man. I'm going to be a freaking busy individual this weekend, but I got my meatloaf. Looks like a charred piece of poop. I'm going to eat this, watch some TV, and get to bed. And like I said, tomorrow, what the hell is this thing green barring about? Oh, I did an update to OBS, see if that would help. But I'm going to get to bed soon. And then tomorrow's video will set up the monitor. So stay tuned for that. Anyway, people, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, like button. Questions, comments, concerns down below they go. And until next time, guys, live it to win it. Peace the frig out. I turned off the camera and forgot the chest bump. Sit, stupid, sit. Good dog.